Welcome to Making the Case. I'm Yodit Tewolde. We continue our focus on voting rights. Since the 2020 election, more than a dozen states have already passed restrictive voting laws. We spoke to Melanie Campbell, the president and CEO of the National Coalition on Black Civil Participation, about what these laws mean for Black and brown people.
Any means nonviolent action is needed to do what we need to do, because we don't get a do-over if we don't get federal voting rights legislation passed in this country the way it's going, because we've never seen, I know I've never lived through this many states attacking voting rights the way they are. And I don't know how we survive that without unraveling the actual fiber of the democracy, one person, one vote.
When talking about voter suppression, it's easy to lose sight of the real impact restrictive legislation coming out of states like Texas have on our communities. Tonight, we bring you two specific stories that show what disenfranchisement in America actually looks like. Hervis Rogers, a 62-year-old Black man from Houston, Texas, is facing 40 years behind bars after waiting 7 hours to cast a ballot in last year's presidential primary. Prosecutors claim that Rogers voted while he was on parole. To secure a conviction in the case, prosecutors will have to prove that Rogers voted knowing he was ineligible, something that he firmly denies. Joining me now is the legal director of the Texas ACLU, who represents Hervis Rogers, Andre Segura. Welcome to the show, Andre. Glad to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the fact that Hervis could end up doing 40 years in prison for just trying to cast his ballot is insane. Would you give us some background on his case and what he's been charged with?
Sure, and I want to start from the beginning and say what you said is exactly right. Sometimes we talk about voter suppression as like hypotheticals. Could this happen? Could this other thing happen? And with the two stories you have on tonight, Mr. Hervis Rogers and Ms. Crystal Mason, we see the real problems with over-criminalizing voting and going after people for what at worst could be innocent mistakes. So Mr. Rogers, he did something in his past. He was on parole for some time. And, decades later, he believed that he could vote. And he went out and thought he was doing his civic duty. He went on, he was the last person in line at Texas Southern University, a historically Black college. He might have been the last person in all of Texas to vote, and he was incredibly proud of that moment. He went on national news to talk about it, and then shortly after, reporting came out that he might have been ineligible. And we contacted Mr. Rogers after that. We waited 1.5 years. We thought nothing was going to come of this, because it shouldn't. Mr. Rogers is not someone who should be prosecuted for something like this. And then we got the call from his partner saying that he had been arrested. There were undercover cops waiting outside of his house. He walked out with his girlfriend, and they asked him, are you Hervis Rogers? He said, I am. They said, you're under arrest. And they took him from Houston, an hour north, to another county, where he was put in jail and held on $100,000 bail, $100,000 bail. And he stayed there for 3 nights until the bail project, bail fund out of Los Angeles, was able to get him out.
Now, Hervis insists that at the time he thought he was legally eligible to vote. I mean, why else would he, again, like you said, stay in line for 7 hours and appear on national television if he knew he was breaking the law? Let's take a listen to that interview.
It is well after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Why did you wait this long to vote?
Because I figured like it was my duty to vote. I want to get my vote in, to voice my opinion, and I wasn't going to let nothing stop me.
In order for him to be found guilty, Andre, the state has to prove that he intended to vote illegally. Has the state shown any evidence to suggest that he did?
No, and that's the reason why this case should have never been prosecuted to begin with. Mr. Rogers clearly believed he could vote. He thought he was doing nothing wrong, as you can see in that video. He is this lovable man who believed he was so happy to be there that night. And now his world has come crashing down on him because of this. I mean, this is a man, he has served time before. He knows what it is, and he would not have done anything to jeopardize that again. He has spent his time doing the right thing. He thought he was doing the right thing. And that's why we were hopeful that nothing would ever come of it. But here we are. And this relates closely to Crystal Mason's case. Her case, is, as we'll hear about, is at the highest court in Texas. And the question there is whether the state actually has to show that Mr. Rogers or Miss Mason knew that they were ineligible to vote, or that they simply have to show that they knew that they were on some form of probation or parole or supervision, but didn't know anything about how that affects their voting rights. And so that's where we are. We're in a very delicate situation where people could really go in and serve time in jail for anyone who hears the story is like, that's obviously completely unfair that someone would be subjected to this.
So this case should have never gotten to the point that it has. There's no real evidence that exists to suggest that Rogers intentionally committed fraud. So what is this case really about, Andre?
You know, we don't know. I always I always have faith that the judge hearing this case will see what's just and what's not. But you do have to wonder why this case was brought in another county from where he voted. He voted in Harris County, which is where Houston is. He was charged and indicted, arrested, and taken to Montgomery County, which is an hour north of Houston, where he didn't vote, has no connection to. And it's under this strange law that allows our Attorney General, Ken Paxton, to prosecute people in a neighboring county or in Austin, where the capital is. And so that's what's happening here. And, you know, it's a year and a half later, right while our legislature is debating new voter restrictions. So it does raise concern about the timing. But, you know, Hervis's case, Mr. Rogers' case, Ms. Mason's case should be completely not political. These are not controversial cases. These are not cases where someone took someone else's identity or someone voted dozens of times to try to turn the vote. They thought they were doing the right thing. Miss Mason's ballot wasn't even counted, as we'll hear. And here they are facing real time that is going to take them away from their families. Mr. Rogers he's 62 years old. This is not what he wanted in his life right now.
Andre, several Democratic lawmakers have accused, you mentioned the Attorney General Ken Paxton, have accused him of intentionally targeting Black and brown people when it comes to prosecuting alleged voter fraud. In your opinion, is that an accurate assessment?
Well, we did a study of his prosecutions over the past several years for alleged voting violations, election code violations. And we found that almost 75% were against Black and Latino people. And, you know, the ones that do get sensationalized the most tend to be those who are Black and brown. Miss Mason, Crystal Mason's case always comes up because she's facing 5 years when someone who has done something much more serious gets a light sentence, whether if it's Mike Flynn or other people who received like a slap on the wrist for something that was very serious. It comes up. And you do have to wonder why cooler heads aren't prevailing, why people are not coming out, our officials, our state leaders, and saying, look, this is simply not fair.
So what's next for Hervis's case, and are you optimistic for a just outcome?
You know, even though I've been working on civil rights in Texas and around the country for some time, I'm still optimistic because, you know, we have the better side of justice here. The law is very clear that the person has to know that they are ineligible to vote. Mr. Rogers clearly did not know that. This is not the type of purported voter fraud that people are trying to make out. We know that it doesn't exist. It's not widespread. This is just a good, kind man who's gotten his life together, thinking he was doing the right thing, proud to be there at the end of the night, got off work, waited more than 6 hours. It was like 1 a.m. in the morning when he voted. And now he's facing this. But so I do believe, in his case, I believe in Crystal Mason's case that in the end there will be justice, and we'll obviously continue fighting for them until then.
Well, Andre, we've got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to hear from another client of yours, Crystal Mason, who's another Texas native who's facing 5 years in prison for casting a provisional ballot in the 2016 presidential election. Minutes ago, we heard the story of Hervis Rogers, a black man from Texas facing 40 years in prison after he was charged with voting illegally. The Hervis Rogers case is shocking, but unfortunately not unique. Earlier this year, we introduced you to Crystal Mason, a black woman from Texas facing 5 years in prison for casting a provisional ballot in the 2016 presidential election. She was on supervised release at the time and was not aware that she was breaking a law by casting a vote. Crystal is back with us tonight, and still with us is Andre Segura, with the Texas ACLU, and who also represents Crystal Mason. Crystal, thank you for coming back on.
Thank you.
So for those who may not be familiar with your case, Crystal, walk us through exactly what happened, both the day you tried to vote in 2016 and what has transpired since.
Okay, I went to the same polling place that I went to in 2012. I've been living in my home for over 13 years now, and I went to go vote. And they told me they didn't see my name on the list, and I was confused. I know I just got out of prison. I know I had signed over the house and everything to my mom, power of attorney and stuff. So I was just thinking, like, maybe because I did that, I'm not on the roll. So I got ready to leave, and someone stopped me and asked me if I wanted to fill out a provisional ballot. And I asked them what was that, and they said if you're at the right location, it'll count, and if you're not, it won't. And I was like, fair enough. So a lady came and sat with me and told me to make sure that everything matches. So that's what I did, make sure everything matches on my driver's license as I filled everything out. And I turned everything in and left. Then I was called later, a couple of weeks later, to go to my supervised release office. And when I went up there, she just told me, hey, how you doing? And I was like, I'm great. And she's like, okay. And I left out her office. And when I went downstairs, someone stopped me and asked me, was I Crystal Mason? I said, I am. She said, go ahead and put your hands behind your back. You're being arrested for illegally voting. And I was like, but I didn't illegally vote. I made sure everything matched. I went back to my driver's license, like all of my information was correct. And she said, being on probation, you cannot vote. And I was like, I'm on supervised release, and we're at the right location. I'm here at my supervised release office. So let's go up there and talk to her. And no, they took me to jail.
And this is all over a vote that never even counted. All right, Andre, the last time we talked to Crystal, the Texas Court of Appeals had just started to look into her case. Where do you things stand now, and why is that review process so critical?
Yeah, so the middle court, the court above the trial courts, she got 5 years from the trial court, and the court above that decided that it didn't matter whether Crystal knew that she was eligible to vote or not. It only mattered that she knew that she was on federal supervised release, which, by the way, there's no state equivalent to that in Texas. So it's very confusing. And so this subjects thousands of people who vote on a provisional ballot. Say you move from one county to another, you fail to register. You think you can vote, you fill out the provisional ballot, and you vote, and you try to vote, and it's thrown out. You can find yourself in the same situation as Crystal is here. So we took that case and we brought it to the highest court, the Court of Criminal Appeals in Texas, and they have accepted her case. They're like the Supreme Court of where they only take a few cases a year, and they've taken her case. And we hope they've taken it because they know this is a really important issue to resolve, not just for Crystal, but for other people.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a sign, a good sign, that they ended up taking her case because they take so few? What kind of information will the court look at as they make their decision, Andre?
So right now the court is looking at the information that was before the trial court and what the Court of Appeals reviewed. We do think that it's a good sign. I take my faith. Crystal has really inspired me, and has inspired, Hervis Rogers as well. She's someone who has dealt with this issue now for 4 or 5 years of waiting for this. And she started out saying, and her family saying they'd never vote again, to now she's running a voter rights organization to get out the vote. And so I take my inspiration from Crystal. She believes we'll make it through. We'll obviously keep fighting for her, whatever happens at this stage or at the next stage. We're going to be in it with her, and I do have faith.
Is there a timeline for a decision?
It could be a couple of months to a year or two. This is like courts can take a while, and we've seen that they, on cases where no one wants to really, do something that is not popular, they'll wait. We think this case is really straightforward. The court can correct it very easily. There's no real evidence that Crystal knew that she was ineligible to vote. Why? Crystal had just, served her time, gotten out, was, had her life back together. She's the matriarch of her family. No one in that position would risk everything again for a vote in the general election among millions of votes.
Right. It's just common sense. Crystal, we talked about the Hervis Rogers case earlier in the show. You met with him recently. What was it like meeting someone who was experiencing what you had already gone through and currently going through?
Wow, it was very overwhelming. I seen Hervis. His emotions was everywhere. Not only did he cry, he was worried. He was happy that he did what he did, but then he started to, point blame on himself. And I think what he did was the right thing. He thought that he was eligible to vote. So I understand exactly what he's going through right now with all the mixed emotions that he has right now, looking at what he's facing. But I'm so glad that he has the community. He has support in the beginning, and that's a good thing. I was sentenced in 2018 to 5 years when somebody recognized my case.
Wow. Well, Crystal, after dealing with your case and seeing others like Hervis struggle, you decided to take action, and even while fighting a legal battle, you started an organization. Can you tell us more about that?
I did. I started Crystal Mason a fight against voter suppression. And what it is this organization is to educate and to encourage people how important it is to vote. Because you got to understand, everybody that played a part on what I'm going through right now, they're elected officials. The judge, the DA, the prosecutor, all of them are elected officials. So we really need to know who's running for office and the purpose. So this is the reason why I'm out here networking in the streets and letting people know, like me, that's a felon, if they're eligible to vote and when they are eligible to vote. So that's what my organization is doing now. We were deputized. I have 12 members of my family that was registering people to vote in Dallas County as well as Tarrant County.
Well, Crystal, what is your message to others who may be in a similar fight over their right to vote?
My message is, don't let my story discourage you from the polls, but let it encourage you to go to the polls.
All right, Andre, last word before we go.
No, I think this is an incredibly important time in Texas and across the country for voting rights. There are officials and elected officials who do not want people to get out and vote. They want to make voting harder, more complicated, scarier, and riskier. And people need to know their rights and get out and vote.
All right, Crystal Mason and the legal director of ACLU Texas, Andre Segura, thank you both for coming on tonight.